So I've been looking inside my box of LEGO Technic, and I found this weird LEGO wheel hub piece. Now this piece is basically used to connect wheels to your LEGO builds, specifically big wheels. Now you can also put gears inside this wheel hub piece to create a gear ratio when you connect it to your model, as you can see here. Now I decided to take apart this wheel hub piece and use it to build something I have never built before, and that is a fully functional LEGO vehicle. Now this project took me a whole month to do. It was mainly because of my lack of experience in suspension and just building vehicles, especially one this big. Here's a good comparison of how big it is compared to a LEGO minifigure. Now this vehicle is around 22 centimeters tall and around 50 centimeters long. It has fully functional steering, fully functional suspension, a 10-piston engine at the back, and it is all powered using LEGO Mindstorms EV3 technology. It has 2 large motors at the back to power the back wheels, and 1 medium motor at the front to control the steering. Okay, I'm going to split this video into 3 parts. One for the front of the vehicle, one for the middle for the vehicle, and one for the back of the vehicle. This might take a little while, so let's not stall and get straight into the video. So starting with the back, I actually had to go through literal hell because of how hard this was to figure out. And this is how I managed to do it. The back 2 large motors are connected to 2 24-tooth gears, which are connected to the main drive in the middle of the back section. It is connected to the bottom, where it is connected to the LEGO differential, which are connected to the 2 wheel hubs at the side of the back section of the vehicle. Now there is one flaw, and that is that sometimes there will be a painfully horrid cracking sound when the buggy is under high load. Now the reason for this is because the gear connected to the differential is actually slipping, so no power will be going to the wheels. I tried supporting it with this beam right here, but it didn't help much at all. On top of the back section of the vehicle has a 10-piston engine, and to be honest, I actually ripped this out of the LEGO Technic Chevrolet Corvette ZR1, and I copied the design onto it. It is powered from the main drive with the 2 motors connected at a 90-degree angle. As you can see here, the way the engine works is that there are cams inside the engine pushing up the pistons up and down. Now the suspension is the main reason as to why I call this part hell. I originally wanted to make the suspension independent, as you can see here in this old prototype video, and it looks extremely unfinished. I mean, just look at that linkage of the front steering wheel. It just looks horrifyingly disgusting. It's not connected properly. Anyway, as you can see here, the 2 back wheels used independent type suspension, and it makes them protrude a lot farther from the vehicle and makes them wider than the front wheels. I actually had a lot of trouble with the suspension and the amount of rubber bands I was using to lift it up. As you can see here, the suspension wasn't strong at all, and I was really struggling to make it work. Even though the front suspension was pretty much fine. Now, one of the main reasons as to why this design failed is because of these two pieces. Now, these two pieces together are called LEGO CV joints. Now, you basically use these to connect LEGO axles at an angle. They're pretty similar to a universal joint, except this piece comes in two pieces. And the way they work is using a ball and socket type of mechanism. As you can see here, a universal joint is a bit different than the CV joint, as you can see here. As you can see here, they snap right into place. An advantage of using a CV joint instead of a universal joint is that one of the pieces actually has no clutch inside of it, so any axle you put in will not be securely held in. It will easily fall out. Now, this is useful for axles that adjust in length. For example, when a suspension is being compressed. As you can see here, a universal joint does not have the same effect. Now, a disadvantage to using these CV joints is that they are extremely weak. So I went to youtube.com and I searched into the search bar LEGO suspension, and I looked for videos to help me figure out what I should do. I found this video from the Red Shoe Box about different types of suspension, and I decided to do this sort of hinge type suspension. Actually, let me go subscribe to his channel. Oh, wait. Oh yeah, that's right. So I decided to do a hinge type suspension, like I said. I think it's called a live suspension, but I am not sure. So I added two LEGO turntables connected to the middle section, and I put rubber bands, and it worked a lot better. Darn it. It runs fine, but it's not the fastest vehicle. It's funny because it's called a racing buggy, but it's not really meant for racing. Okay, finally, after like 5 whole minutes, we're done with the back. So let's not waste any more time and move on to the other parts. Thankfully, the middle part wasn't as brain damaging as the back. The middle has a whole frame structure underneath to connect the front and back section. It has so many decorative pieces, and it holds the LEGO Mindstorms EV3 intelligent brick. I tried covering the ugly frame underneath with these LEGO Technic panels all around, and I decided to go with this black and orange color scheme, and the orange pieces actually came from the LEGO Technic Chevrolet Corvette set, like I said earlier, and I really like this design I came up with. It looks very streamlined. And that's basically it. Okay, next part. Building the front was the most enjoyable part of the project. I had no issues with it, well, except the suspension. Inside the front structure of the car houses the LEGO Mindstorms EV3 medium motor, which is connected to a rack and pinion setup, which is connected to a linkage connected to the front two wheels, which allows the medium motor to steer it left and right. As you can see here, I also kept the original independent suspension design as I did from the very first prototype of this build. I also ran out of wheel hubs, so what did I do? Build my own LEGO Technic wheel hub. This is a custom LEGO wheel hub I made, and I made it so you can articulate it left and right, as well as up and down, as you can see here. It is a bit fragile, but it does the job quite well. The piece that's actually connecting to the wheel is actually a LEGO Technic ball socket piece that came in the LEGO Education EV3 Mindstorm set. And it's basically a piece used to hold a LEGO metal ball. I also added a functional steering wheel. It is powered by the LEGO Mindstorms EV3 medium motor underneath, and the gear that is controlling the rack is also connected to a 40-tooth gear, which is connected to a LEGO steering wheel. So when the wheels turn left and right, so does the steering wheel. And I made a little compartment for you to put your LEGO minifigures inside. It looks adorable when it rides the vehicle. Now to control the buggy, I use, now don't laugh, but I use the LEGO Commander app. Now if you don't know what that is, it's basically an app released back in 2013 with the release of EV3, and it's an app where you can control your EV3 models via your phone. Now it's very old and it does not really run well with the new modern phones, and it has a lot of glitches and it's not really supported anymore. I took the vehicle outside and I gave it a test run, and as you can see here, it isn't the fastest runner, even though it's called a racing buggy, like I said earlier. And it actually runs pretty well. I actually enjoyed driving it a lot. As you can see here, I had a lot of trouble trying to drive it straight because of the horrible Commander app. And that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.